anyone who has been paying attention to politics over the past decade knew that this was on its way. It was inevitable, like the sun rising or water getting you wet, you know? This is coming to us from Bloomberg, which I only have one free article remaining. Oh no, where else will I be able to find an article about a Joe Biden gaffe? Anyways, Biden says poor kids are just as smart as white kids. This is written by Emma Kearney. And honestly, here's the thing when it comes to Joe Biden. I like the guy. Like, I really do. I think Joe Biden is the type of guy, like me, I've dealt with a ton of Caucasian parents and family, and I can boil it down to two types. And there's one that's real passive aggressive, very, hey, how you doing? Okay, da-da-da, very, very polite. But, go like yourself. And then you got the other one who will throw his arm around you and invite you on hey, we're having a fishing trip. You want to come on a fishing trip? Yeah, sure. And that's always been the vibe that Joe Biden has permeated, So it's not like he's a bad guy or anything else like that. It's just that he's 75 years old. And whereas we already have is it I'm not sure if it's 75. I'm just going to round to the fifth, right? So like him and Trump are like the exact same age. These are not the youngest of men, but when you put them next to each other, it's just like whereas Trump has said things that many interpret as of the racist type category. This right here is just a far more direct than almost anything that President Trump says. But me personally, I'm just not holding it against him because he's 75 years old. Right? Like, that's the thing. The man is 75. And when you are of that age, I'm sorry, there are things called habits. There are things called thoughts. And whereas I do think he attributes poverty more in line with the black and brown experience. But I don't think it comes from any place of malice. So let's get into this article. Joe Biden told a group of mostly Asian and Hispanic voters Wednesday that poor kids are just as bright as white children. The former vice president, who is known for verbal gaffes, made the remarks to the Asian and Latino Coalition in Des Moines, Iowa, where he is on a 4-day campaign swing for the Democratic presidential nomination. We should challenge students in these schools and have advanced placement programs in these schools, Biden said. We have this notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright, just as talented as white kids. He quickly added, wealthy kids, black kids, Asian kids. No, I really mean it. But think how we think about it. Deal is that ultimately the kids are only as good as the parents. All right? The kids are only, I hate to sound so frank about it, but the children are only as good as the two people that made them and the situation that they brought them into this world into. And that, I really feel, is colorblind. The circumstances in which we create these lives and the environments and habitats in which we raise and cultivate these people, I think that is far more, that's far more tangible and effective than, the schools themselves or even the teachers themselves. Because at the end of the day, the kid, that person, always has to go home. We think how we're going to dumb it down. They can do anything anybody else can do given a shot. Biden has been criticized for his tendency to say awkward, sometimes surprising things. When his future boss, Barack Obama, was running for president, Biden once remarked that Obama was clean and articulate, a remark that raised eyebrows. Well, okay, so that's it. Okay, that's it. That's the entirety of the article. And that's the thing. This is like a mini article, Bloomberg, and you want me to pay $2 a month? How dare! You say and give out this mini, not really meaty article? Come on, man. Come on. You could have sat there and talked about all the other campaign stuff and, the whole busing thing and the whole, for $1.99 a month, I expect more. I'm gonna be honest. But either ways, when it comes to Joe Biden, he's gonna keep that 30% because the establishment's the establishment, and that 30, and it's probably better than 30%, probably like 35-40%, because there's a lot of psychological factors with the American public at play here, and ultimately he does look the most presidential, and he is the tightest with the establishment. So the establishment's definitely going to move their chips in that direction, for the most part, because Kamala just went down in flames. Dude, my baby Tulsi Gabbard just knocking out. But even Tulsi herself, she's barely moved in polling, and it is what it is. I mean, I still support her. I still, until she's out of the race, that's who we sit here and say, yeah, go Tulsi, go give them your best, and she's gonna keep swinging because that's the swag. So yeah, as far as this gaffe goes, who didn't see this coming? Come on, for real. The right is using it as oh my goodness, look at how racist he is, and the left is just like, yeah, it's Biden. So but remember that it's all there as the show for the plebs, where we sit here and just like, hey man, Iran, Trump tweeted about Iran and how they want to talk, and Macron over there in France is trying to speak on America's behalf and talk to Iran about America. He's like, nah, Iran want to deal with us right now, so we gotta let them know that no one who isn't authorized to speak for the United States speaks for the United States. I mean, deal is that when you pay attention to these things, the man ain't bad at the job, okay? Which is why, even with Biden, no matter really who runs up against him in 2020, outside of just the most phenomenal destruction taking place, but that's the thing, as the country, when destruction does take place, like remember 9/11, like yeah, Bush got reelected, which is like, know why? Because hey, you started us on this path, see us through. So even with that, the chances of re-election is just way too high. Because at the end of the day, man, it's always about the cash. It's always about the money, and that's particularly true for the average American who sees a fatter paycheck and says, yeah, I like this. Like at this point, we're at a point right now where people can't give jobs away. And that is, that in and of itself, just with an economy that damn strong, I'm sorry. Whoever's sent out there for 2020 is going to be a sacrificial lamb for the most part. And so, enjoy it. Everybody, there's going to be tons of people. See, one of the reasons I'm not going to sit here and rail against this setup is because I know so many people who are in the campaign industry who, they're going to be getting paid, their family gets to eat, and so for them the beat just goes on. But so, hey, do your thing, guys, enjoy. I've never been one to knock industry and capitalism, but at the same time, yeah, we're kind of at a wash right now. So I think that's a good 2020 video for today. With that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you liked it, toss it a like. Dislike, go ahead, do that too. I ain't scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice. You want to get videos like this every single day. Share, because sharing is caring, and YouTube's definitely not going to do it. BitChute's a little bit better, but hey, and that's another thing. BitChute fam, what up? Numbers growing over there. Really appreciate you guys stopping by. Just still chill with the anti-Semitism, but beyond that, we're good. And speak. Let me know, what do you think in the comments? Me personally, I don't care about a party. Yes, I am an elected Democrat. I'm on the county committee for Essex County in New Jersey. Hey, people voted for me. I got the position. And the deal is that I don't care about the Democratic Party at all. I care about the people who voted for me. I care about, and by extension, anyone else under the purview of my district or even my space. So, what do you think in the comments? Let me know what you think when it comes to what's going to take place in 2020. How this will affect any polling, because it's not going to affect any polling. This is so boring. Biden's gonna get the nomination because he just has the 30%, and that's all he has to maintain. And this is not gonna knock away his 30%. But hey, they need red meat, right? The plebs, us people, we need red meat. Red meat. Let me know what you think in the comments. Till the next one.